Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU-8 Sports.
Good morning, everyone. Although the Missouri Tigers missed out on the NCAA tournament for the first time in 5 seasons, they still got into the NIT. Mizzou got a 2 seed for the tournament and hosted number 7 Davidson last night in Mizzou Arena. There's Jabari Brown. He's Missouri's lone member on the first-team All-SEC list this season. Things started off close. Davidson's Jordan Barnum puts it off the glass with the left hand. That tied things at 19. Later on, Jordan Clarkson misses the layup, but Torrin Jones is there for the putback. Jones came off the bench with 5 points and 5 rebounds for Mizzou. But Damon Brooks played a huge role in this one for the Wildcats. He scored 29 points and grabbed 7 rebounds as Davidson took a 41-37 lead into the break. Second half now, it's Brooks again. He gets around Ryan Rosberg and puts in another 2, and Davidson would keep it going. Next up is Tyler Konowski. His 3 makes it 54-41. The Wildcats outscored Missouri 13-4 to start the second half. But Mizzou would come back. Rosberg takes a feed from Brown and slams one home to make it a 4-point game. Less than a minute later, Jordan Clarkson cuts the deficit to 1 with a 3. And finally, Mizzou would take the lead. Ryan Rosberg gets the bucket and the foul to put the Tigers up 3. Then later on, it's Jabari Brown. He had 30 points on the night as Mizzou comes back from a 13-point second-half deficit to win. After the game, Frank Hayes said he liked the way the Tigers played when they were down.
We also talked about the 4-minute segments and playing that way when you get down that big and not settling, because, you know, that's the first thing when guys get down, you start settling for jump shots and contested shots, and I thought we kept moving the ball.
We knew that if we just continued to keep driving the ball when we get to the free throw line, and, you know, how the game was going, the refs were calling a couple calls, and so just getting to the free throw line was big for us, so we didn't really have to take too many long shots. Just getting to the rim was something that we just executed.
Meanwhile, the Missouri women's basketball team starts NIT play tomorrow night when it takes on the Clayton Blue Jays. The 2 teams are both known for their perimeter shooting. Mizzou ranks 3rd nationally with 9.6 3-pointers per game. On the other side, Creighton is 27th, averaging nearly 8 per game. Yesterday, Missouri head coach Robin Pinchton said guarding the Blue Jays is going to be very similar to guarding themselves. The game will start at 7 o'clock. The Missouri baseball team played host to the Milwaukee Panthers yesterday afternoon. Last time out, the team got swept in a doubleheader against nationally ranked Tennessee. There's a nice look at Jesse Hall on a windy day in Columbia. Bottom of the second, Milwaukee up 1-0 when freshman Ryan Howard, not to be confused with the Ryan Howard on the Phillies, hits his first home run of his collegiate career, ties it up at 1. Later in the inning, Mizzou now up 2-1. Kendall Keaton singles to right. That brought in Eric Anderson from second base. Keaton had 2 RBIs on the day as the Tigers go on to win 7-5. We continue our Mizzou spring football coverage with a look at the defensive ends. Michael Sam and Coney Ely were at practice yesterday as they await Thursday's pro day. With them gone, Marcus Golden and Shane Ray are listed as the starters. The 2 combined for 11 sacks last season as backups. Ray recently timed himself at a 4.4 40-yard dash time. Golden and Ray both say they feel ready to replace Sam and Ely.
They say that every year. Last year, when Sheldon left, they said the same thing. And now they're going to say the same thing with Mike and all them guys. If you ask them guys, they'll tell you, we got guys that's ready to play.
And, you know, have him back and a guy that I think can be, you know, a real high-level player in the SEC. And I think he's very hungry to do so.
He's an amazing athlete. He's going to flush out the quarterback to me. I'm going to flush out the quarterback to him. I mean, we plan on being the best duo defensive ends there is in the nation.
Coney and Michael Sam were probably 2 of the more fiery guys on our team. And so those guys they've got to fill that role as well, you know, being, you know, cheerleaders, if you will.
That's it for sports. We'll be back with more news after the break.